Um, Let me know if you can see my slide. As I'm sharing now. Can you see?
I can see, Sam.
You can see?
I can, yes.
Okay. So I will just welcome people as they come through. But let me first thank you, colleagues, for joining this session. This is the information session on a program that we would like to coordinate for coaches, managers, and those people who are charged with the responsibility of integrating coaching into their frontline management. And the course is titled Professional Development for Coaches Program. And this program is one of the programs that we are offering under the study.com. We are registered under them to facilitate programs, which means instead of going direct to them, you could come via us through our online classroom so that you can also be part of our tutoring. That also makes it much more accessible, much cheaper than if you were just to learn online on your own. Fortunately, you all know me, so I'm not going to waste time giving my background. I've got the slides at the end with my profile for the benefit of those who don't know me or haven't really been up to speed with what I'm about. Obviously, those who have met me 10 years ago when I was still in corporate might not be aware that in the past 10 years, I've been on this journey of coaching, and my official title in the market is Executive Business Coach, and I've just added digital coaching with Coach Hub, an organization that is based out of Berlin in Germany that specializes on providing coaching on digital platform with the intention of making coaching accessible to everybody in organizations. This also speaks to a movement or a drive out there to make coaching less exclusive and make it accessible to all the levels of work. But not only that, but to make it coaching a competency that any manager that has people reporting to them should be able to apply. So you could be a coach working with clients, assisting them in integrating coaching into their manager's style of management, and therefore being asked to disseminate or facilitate that transformation. And that's why we are aiming at coaches, managers, HR managers, HR consultants, anybody that facilitates management intervention at the workplace. So that is the target of this course. So I'm going to take you through, there are about 6 modules, and then I'll take you through how the StudyCom platform works. The idea here is that as coaches, as managers, we must embark on a lifelong learning, because situations that we are coaching under change on a daily basis. We can't take it for granted that we will always be ready just because we are coaches or we know about coaching. So the idea is that we will start with this series in May and finish in October. And the first module that I would like to spend time on, once I've taken you through the slides, will be the first module, which is Introduction to Coaching for Frontline Managers. I like this topic because this is really where we are starting to say it is not exclusive for executives only, but anybody else that is in the front line that is facing with the opportunity of managing and leading people, this will be helpful. And then we'll go in June, we will look into coaching professionally. And you will realize that there's no difference between what this module, this course, and what you will go through when you want to become a coach. So managers themselves as well have to be taken through how to professionally apply coaching. And you as coaches or as HR consultants or as facilitators, you should be able to accompany them and partner them and make sure that they apply the concept very well. And in July, we'll look at the workplace coaching process, which is similar to a normal coaching process you go through, but you will be accompanying managers to say, this is what we think you need to go through for you to reap the benefits of applying coaching in your management style. In August, we'll then look at the workplace coaching models. I love this one. You'll see it speaks to all the famous models out there that we all are exposed to when we go through coaching. So even if you have not done coaching, if you do this program with us and your desire is to become a coach, I can tell you any coaching course you'll go through, you will be more than ready. By the way, as I will explain as we go through, this course also gives you credits that you can take to many other colleges and universities in the world as credits if you want to do so. In September, we will then look at communication in workplace coaching. And lastly, in October, we will look at feedback and workplace coaching. As coaches, you know very well that feedback is everything in coaching. As a coach, you have to be able to give feedback, and at the workplace is even more important because in many cases, when we coaching at the workplace, the ultimate is to help the people that you are leading and managing or you're facilitating for to be able to achieve particular goals that they will have signed up with their managers to achieve. So those are the 4 modules. Let me take you through them one by one. Just by way of introduction, we are saying that this professional development of coaches program is to offer members, non-members, members, we refer to members of COMETA, non-members. It could be our clients, the public, associate coaches, or all other interest stakeholders, the opportunity to embark on a lifelong learning. You will hear in coaching that there is always this request that you need to undergo supervision. The same request has been put forward by bodies like ICF that you also have to demonstrate every year that you have attended coaching sessions. Otherwise, when you apply for credentialing or accreditation, you will not be able to get through. The beauty about our program with Studycom is that you will be given certificates, and the online campus platform itself, it records everything. Whether you do a quiz or a test or an exam, or you log in, it keeps records of it. And that's why they are able to give you certificates. So you could take that certificate and then submit it to the ICF when you do your credentialing to demonstrate that you are on a lifelong learning. That's the biggest drive with ICF. Otherwise, you will even sometimes not be able to renew your credentialing. So we are saying that coaches are often requested by clients to partner with the frontline managers in applying the coaching approach to managing their teams. And by the way, as I've said earlier on, more and more companies are requesting that their managers use coaching in managing their people. And some organizations are requesting them as to help them to produce an internal company coaching program that they could use to develop their people. So therefore, this course will equip you, the coach, the frontline manager, the supervisor, the manager, and the human resources business partner with the know-how in facilitating, this is very fundamental, in facilitating the introduction of coaching into an organization, facilitating its implementation and promotion of coaching in the management practice. So let's say you are a coach, but you don't really want to coach out there, but you want to consult managers on how to use coaching in their managing. That is a big market that is emerging that we will also want to help you to capitalize on. If you are a coach, even so better. If you are a manager, it's additional competency that will actually make your career grow even quicker in today's world, especially post-COVID. There is a big demand for coaching approach in managing people because people have woken up to realize that it's not just about mechanically achieving results, but it's also inspiring people, accompanying people, help people deal with difficult situations out there. So module 1 is the one that we'll start with in May. And by the way, when I say we start with, I mean in May we'll have 2 hours where you will be then sharing with us what you have experienced as you are going through your online program. So we are not going to teach you for the first time in May. We expect if you register, immediately you register, you go online, you start learning online and pick up a lot of challenges so that when you come to the forum in May for those 2 hours, we are able, it's like a supervision basically, we are able to debrief each other, we are able to share experiences. So this is really a truly adult learning approach. So this is about the introduction to coaching for frontline managers, and that is the first module, and this is what it covers. So let me just start the methodology for all the modules. As you go onto online campus, which you will go once you register and then you pay your monthly fee, I'll tell you how much it is. You pay us directly, and that's why I was saying it's very cheap because you don't go directly there. The fact that we are given online campus classroom, you will go through that and then you will have 24/7 access to the modules. If you register now, by tonight you can start until we meet on the 9th of May. You will be studying. But what you will then go through, it's called animated videos. There's quizzes. It has practice tests. You will have then meet with us for 2 hours where we will now work on the issues and help you to understand the challenges that you might have gone through. And then you also have the opportunity to go through about 30 exam questions type and challenges. They will give you questions and then they'll give you answers. You can practice just to see if you were to go the route of credit, where you want the credit to be transferred to a college of your choice, university of your choice, course of your choice. This will be the type of exam questions that you'll go through. And you can download them and print them, file them. And then, of course, as I said, applying for credit will be an option, but that you will do it right at the end when you have done everything, and then you will then upgrade and go that process, especially for those who are still worried about qualifying themselves. So in this module, lesson 1 will be coaching in the workplace, where we'll look at the definition and the importance of it. Why is coaching at the workplace becoming so important and so needed? You'll go through that in those animated videos and also the tutorials, which you can also download. And then lesson 2 is coaching versus counseling in the workplace. This is also very important that we make it clear and make it understandable to the managers that coaching and counseling is not the same, and they need to know when they are confronted with issues that need counseling but not coaching. Lesson 3, we'll look at formal and informal coaching. This is also very important. And for example, formal coaching means that there has to be a contract between you and your person that you are managing that is going to be coaching them. Informal, as you walk around and you pick up problems, you are able to use informal coaching to help people troubleshoot. But it will go into details when you go through the course. Lesson 4 is about workplace coaching, the principles and the application. And lesson 5 will touch on the benefits of coaching employees. If you were to sell this to a company, these are the benefits of it. And then lesson 6 will be how to develop a coaching mindset as a manager. And lastly, then we call lesson 7, but that is not really a lesson. It's just to say, remind you before you proceed, if you can go through those 30 questions and see if you can really pass the module. So you will see also that the issue here is not about finishing these 6 lessons. The issue is being able throughout to observe, apply, learn, and bring things to the forum that needs clarity from you. So the forum will be almost coming to debrief, coming to ask fellow coaches like us, what are the issues that you are meeting out there? What are your clients confronting, so that we grow together? I will come back to this slide because that is the slide. If you enroll for the course, that will be the 6 lessons that you'll go through between now until May and end of May. And then from there, you can proceed to module 2. Let's go to module 2. Module 2 is called Coaching Professionally. This is really where now, if you haven't qualified yourself in coaching, we are going to accompany you in the June month, helping you to really acquire those nitty-gritties of coaching. And some of us, it will be a refresher, and it's always good to refresh because there are new things that are coming in coaching. And therefore, as I said, it will almost work like acquiring or going back to retrain. And also, this module will help you a lot if you are a member of ICF and you want to apply for renewal of your credential or your first credential. The type of person they ask you will talk around how do you professionally conduct a coaching session, or how do you put together a 6 months or 12 months coaching program? What are the ethics of coaching? What are the core competencies that ICF requires? So we will touch on that. But the lessons under this module are importance of self-awareness in workplace coaching. It's almost the same as the importance of self-awareness as a coach. Now, here you are a coach, you are helping a manager to apply coaching in managing his frontline staff, or they invited you to come and work with them to help them develop the frontline staff. You and your line manager or whoever you work with, we must first work on ourselves. Be aware that as a coach, as a manager, you yourself has to work on yourself. Therefore, the level of self-awareness, emotionally and otherwise, becomes very, very important. So before the manager can start applying coaching, they need to be aware of their way of being, whether it's helping in really inspiring and igniting what they want, whatever they want to get out of the line managers. That will be lesson 1. And then on lesson 2 is about the roadblocks, overcoming coaching roadblocks in the workplace. There are challenges in the workplace which is very different to executive coaching, which might be specific to an environment. And if you're coaching somebody in a factory, it will have its own dynamics than coaching somebody as an executive coach who meets you somewhere in a neutral place. With the workplace coaching, the expectation is that it will happen at the workplace. And therefore, the workplace has got its own dynamics. And what are those things that the manager must be aware that could interrupt the process of equipping the people through coaching? Lesson 3 will be ethics in workplace coaching, but also ethics in coaching in general is also very important. You know, coaching cannot be used, for instance, to put people through a performance improvement plan, as an example. So that's not the purpose of coaching. Coaching is progressive, it's positive, it's about helping people to become the best they could be. It's not used to rectify the wrongs that had happened in the past. It cannot be brought into PIP so that you can say, I've given you coaching for 2 or 3 months, you didn't perform, you didn't improve, therefore I fire you. You can't allow that with coaching. As an example, lesson 4 is coaching employees in difficult situations. This is very relevant, especially to the times we live in, the times of COVID, the times of other stressful situations that the employees could be going through. Let's say the company is undergoing restructuring. That's a difficult situation. Or is undergoing retrenchment, and you want to focus people on the business irrespective of what they are going through. So those are the things we will look into. And we will encourage you to bring real case situations to the session, and we role play them. And we will record these sessions so that you can look back and really learn from them. Module 3 is about the workplace coaching process, the actual process itself, the steps you follow, the checking in, the checking out, the coaching conversations, the observations, the reflections, you name it, the examples you use, the modalities, the models, and all those. I think this is going to be quite very interesting, especially if you find yourself really in a workplace where you see these things happening. So the modules there is the stages and overview of the coaching at the workplace, how to develop individualized coaching plans. This is the gist of it. If you choose to coach somebody, you can't say he's just his employee, therefore you don't have to have plans, you can just coach as you go along. No, there has to be a plan that is agreed upon between you, the coach, the manager, and the person that you are coaching, who will, in this case, will probably be a team member, a colleague, or an employee. Also, the coaching agreements, the development of it, and the type of templates you can use for that. And this is going to be very powerful as it takes its root in companies, because you will almost have this integrated with the performance management plans. But in this case, you will be using it more for development part of the performance management plan, personal development plans. This will become very, very, very great, especially for people that are progressive, that are self-directed. Their performance development plan could be the entire coaching plan itself. And the agreements and the templates that you use becomes actually what they orientate themselves to. And at the end of the year, you look at what was agreed upon, and then you then say, yeah, no, in terms of your performance, personal development plan, you have achieved the objectives as set in the coaching agreement. Choosing a workplace coaching approach as well, very important. And then lesson 5, we look at helping employees become self-aware through coaching. Remember, we started with the manager being self-aware. Now here we say the employee themselves, they must become self-aware. They must do work on themselves. And coaching will help them to do that. Creating a workplace culture of growth and learning. As I said to you, coaching is nothing else but a development plan that is forward-looking and is there to help people to grow. And therefore, we will focus on helping. If the culture is not supportive of growth and learning, you as a coach, then you will sit with the manager to say, listen, we want to expose people to coaching, but coaching requires a certain type of a culture. Let's work on that. How can we create a culture that is supportive? Lesson 7 will be practical application, mentorship type of questions, lists to help mentees set and achieve goals. So you will see at the workplace, sometimes you will be, as a coach, be required to delve into mentoring, because some of the issues you want to resolve, if, for instance, you've got the issues of deadlines, timelines, things have to be delivered, and the person is struggling to meet the deadline, and the deadline is next week, coaching will not help you there. You might have to go into the mode of mentorship, which then gives you a little bit more power to be a little bit more dictating. But that will need to talk around so that you don't confuse the client, so that they don't confuse coaching and mentoring. That lesson 7 will address that. Module 4 is about workplace coaching model. I love this one. I'm not going to spend time on this one. I'm just going to show the type of models we are going to induct you into. A lot of people, there are a lot of coaches who don't like models. In fact, some schools don't even make their students to develop their own coaching models. And I think that's a lost opportunity for me, because every one of us as coaches, we must have our own models. I have my own model, and I keep on improving it as I learn more about other models. So we've got a couple of models that this course will take you through, and I've just listed about 11 of them, about 10 of them there. 5-step coaching model, Oscar coaching model. All of us, we know the GROW model. That is the foundation of coaching. But there is the Achieve model. Those are abbreviations, by the way. Don't worry, it's not something that you can look in the dictionary what it means. Those are acronyms. They give you the type. That model will say you go through these steps when you use this model. If you use a clear model, the C stands for something else. So we'll take you through the star and the change and the fuel. I like the fuel coaching model. It's very simple, straightforward, but it's good to know all the models, and then you decide which model you want to work with. and which model your client, if you are helping a manager in the front line, you want them to orientate themselves towards. So that's good. I see something in the chat. Let me just quickly check. Okay, great. And then, yeah, and then performance coaching model. It's a very good model, that one as well. Appreciative model. And then, and of course, we'll look at the practical application. At the end of the day, you don't have to know all the model, but just be aware of them and even come with your own model. I've got my own model. It's called The Mind, the Journey, the Destiny, and which is also the slogan of my organization. But it talks about the perspective, the process, and the purpose. That's it. And then I build it on top of the integral model, and then I infuse it with the grow model. So it's always using them in combination, whichever speak to you and your client. If you use models, you will find that the number of times you are able to get out of darkness if you find yourself stuck in a coaching session. I love models. I don't know about you, but so that module is going to look at it. Sorry, I want to move to the next slide. My slides are not moving. Sure. Sorry, my slides are stuck. Let me stop sharing and then reshare because my slides are losing me. They're not moving. Let me just share again. Sorry about that. Share. Can you see them?
Yes, Sam, I can see on my side.
Okay, let me go back to where I was. Okay, great. So module 5, then this is everything. Communication in workplace coaching. So you will probably be assisting the manager and the line people around how to best communicate, but using coaching to embed that in the process. And again, as coaches, you know, listening is everything. But giving that skill to a manager is a powerful thing. A number of times, managers, we are always, as managers, we're very dominant in nature. But once you can really sensitize managers to about the power of active listening and the techniques they can use and explain to them what it means in the workplace, that could be very difficult because what do you do when you feel like wanting to shout instructions, you don't have patience to listen, but the person wants to say something and you are not receptive to it. So that is really also, it might not even be about coaching, it's just a clear competency of you can't manage well if you're not a good listener, if your listening is defective, and then the type of questions you can use to get the best out of the people. And then, of course, direct communication, communicating with employees and adapting to workplace coaching communication. So that will be the module 5. And then the last module, which is module 6, will be about how do you give feedback at the workplace as a coach, manager. So that will be what module 6 will be all about. About 3 lessons there. David Grove's Clean Language for Workplace Feedback. Lesson 2 is providing clear and consistent feedback to employees, giving and responding to constructive feedback. So that will be all the modules. By the way, if you look at these modules, you can see that they are following each other, but they're actually independent. So it doesn't mean if you missed one module, you can't do the other modules. You might find other modules speaking to you and you want to do that. But we just thought putting all these 6 modules together for a period of 6 months where we meet once a month, 2 hours, and the rest of the month, and you go through the videos. The videos, maximum, they are 10 minutes each. And of course, depending on how many of the follow things you want to do, like quiz, the practice tests, and the 30 minutes, the 30 exam type of question. And of course, your own work, because we want you to do your work, either observe, either engage, so that when you come to the 2-hour forum, which is basically what you are paying for, the rest, as I said, because we have that classroom license, is really almost like you coming under our wing to participate in this program. So those are the details, but let me just quickly take you through what our plan is. So we're planning to have the first forum on the 9th of May. But as I said, the earlier you register, the better, because then when you come to the forum, you'll have dealt with module 1 where you engage with the module. Then the next forum will be on the 6th of June. The third one for module 3 will be on the 4th of July. The fourth one will be on the 15th of August. And then the fifth will go on the 5th of September. And then we finish on module 6 on the 3rd of October. I've put Michael's number there to say, if anyone who's going through this is experiencing some challenge with a particular topic and waiting for the forum is too long, it stops you from really learning, you can always schedule a session with Michael and myself. Obviously, that will be a coaching session that we will then code, but it wouldn't be an expensive thing. We don't want this course to be expensive because we want this course to be an ongoing course for people to sharpen their skills. There are more other courses like this that we are going to be introducing so that as coaches will remain on the learning. You can go to a college and a university or like Gibbs or Henley or UCT and take a comprehensive course. That is okay, but the courses we're offering here are the continuous learning courses that you will use immediately in your coaching. This is more applied approach, but at the same time, they give you credits to about 1,500 universities and colleges across the world, mostly Americans, but many others in other countries, where you can build up if you want that accreditation. But for qualified people who already have got their degrees, I don't know whether that will be helpful. But for people who are junior, maybe yes. But for us, this is like, if they ask you, are you really involved in a continuous learning? Do you have evidence that with the online campus, what I like it for this type of partnership with us is that once you have done it, it's there permanently. You will register with your email, you give your password. Every time you go on the study.com for 10 years from now, it's always going to be there. It's your credit, it is there. If you want to formalize it, you identify university, you identify a degree, then you will have to go to the next level of what we call it college accelerator. Then they will help you then to take those credits with you to whatever qualification you have decided if you want to take that route. I think those are the benefits I wanted to share with you. Now, quickly, just to take you through what are the steps to go through if you want to be part of this journey. Firstly, you go onto our website, you register online, and we will immediately then send you a link. Once you have registered, we'll then send you a link to what we call our StudyCom online classroom, because that's the only way you can be registered now on the platform. But you first have to register with us for us to give you that link, because it's that link that then make them recognize you, that you shouldn't pay because you are our student, you are registering under our classroom. That's very, very important. So that is the first step you need to do. If you think of it, we will show you the rates. We're charging you 350 rands if you are a member per month, per module. If you are a non-member, it's 550 rands. That's all. And then from there, if you were to do it through them, you have to subscribe to their monthly fees, and it's quite heavy. And you might not need to be subscribing to the whole thing. But of course, if you subscribe, you learn on your own. You won't have the benefit of commercial tutoring that we do on a monthly basis that we are offering. That is where the partnership becomes very powerful for us. You then, as I said, you access immediately. You register now. You don't have to wait for May. You will access online classroom. Once you register, it's 24/7 at your own pace. You go through those videos, you go through those quizzes, you can take those practice tests, you can even take the exam, you download it. And so that you have so much enough material between now and May as you are practicing, so that you can start applying your knowledge. When we come in May for that 2 hours, we are not going to take you through the course. We are going to sit there and say, what are the issues? And I would like us to also to make that also qualify as a supervision course, so that we are able to troubleshoot on the real issues that you are experiencing as you're coaching or as you are supporting your managers. As I said, the material format, the material is presented in a form of animated videos, downloadable transcripts, quizzes, practice tests, and downloadable exam type questions and answers. If you pass those exam questions, you know that the day, if you want to drill code the credit route, you will pass the exam, because for that, you will have to sit for an online timed exam for them to give you credit and give that, help you take those credits to another degree. But that is not the focus for us at the moment. And then, as I said, you complete the quiz at the end of each lesson. You are given many chances. You are given up to 100 chances. I've never seen anybody failing 5 quizzes. It's a quiz of 5 questions, and they give you 100 times. And it's important to get 5 out of 5, because if you don't do that, the system, once you moved on, it archives the highest mark. So don't allow yourself to get 80 and then you try to repeat even the ones you missed, because the idea here is not to fail you. The idea is that this is an adult learning approach. The idea is to know where you get it wrong and go and read again, get it right, and lock it. That's the whole idea of quizzes. Quizzes are just quizzes, that's it. Practice test is a little bit more to go deeper, and the type of question they ask, it will be a case type of a question. Mr. So-and-so is a manager. He has got an employee, is a demotivated employee. He wants a coaching to be used to help this person overcome this problem because it disrupts his relating with colleagues. You are asked to help this person. First time you meet this person, what will be the first thing you want to discuss with this person? Something like that. And then they give you choices, and then you choose that. So it makes you think. It's not as simple as it is. If you are practicing coach, it will sharpen your coaching skill. And then, of course, we spoke about the examination type of questions. That is for if you really want to go forward and take exams. I've spoken about the online forum. This is you join a 2-hour online forum with us to engage on the material, discuss the challenges, share the learnings, observations, peer supervision, and exchange cases from real life situations. The good thing is that you will get certificate of participation, which is important, because if you're working with bodies like ICF, they will want you to produce evidence, and the certificate from the study.com will be the evidence that you have completed the course. And they have evidence because every time you log in, they record it, they note it. And they will associate you with our classroom, and they will also expect us to confirm indeed that you are our student, but the system is tracking it for you. As I said, college credit, Studycom has over 220 colleges that have been identified as the colleges that will set the exam for you. But that is not the exam for those 20 colleges. That is the exam for more than 1,500 universities out there. If it comes from those colleges, those 1,500 universities, they will accept it. And if you are identifying a degree with them, they will give you credit. You won't have to redo these degrees. Now, this is for me very powerful, especially for the younger members of COMESA who are still wanting to qualify themselves, not just for coaching, but bigger degrees in business management, which we will later on share with you which type of courses are. It's not only coaching courses that we are going to be offering on this platform. We'll be offering other courses in business so that we can help people to learn without necessarily to go to university, but get the university qualification. The micro-learning format is what I like. As I said to you, those videos, by the way, you will access the platform through your phone, through your laptop, so you can be learning with earphones as you are driving. You can read. I always like watching the videos and then read the transcripts, because sometimes we learn differently. I learn by listening, but I embed the knowledge by reading the transcripts because I like making notes. But there's 4 videos are 5 to 7 minutes. And then after that, immediately it will ask you to do a quiz. And then if you do the quiz, it marks it immediately. It's 5 out of 5. Congratulations, you passed the quiz, and then you move on. It's an adaptive learning feature. The adaptive learning feature helps you make progress by skipping materials that you already know. You can skip material, go for a quiz. But as a lifelong learner, I always say that it's always nice to even do things that you think you know. And sometimes you'll be amazed that you fail a quiz and yet you thought you knew something. But for coaching, for me, it's very important because it's, as I said, it's sharpening your skill. You want to be good in front of your clients. The fees for members of COMESA is 350 rands per module per month. That means if you want to know the entire 6 modules, so it's 350 times 6, basically. This for me is a giveaway. And as I said, the idea here is not money making. The idea is that as coaches, that we work together, and you know, COMESA deploy coaches as associates and clients. It gives me confidence if you are associate of COMESA as a coach and you are going through this, because I know we're learning together. Then I know that what we deliver into our clients. We can no longer continue fooling our clients. Clients are becoming knowledgeable about coaching. They know a good and a bad coach. That I can guarantee you. And the higher you go, the executives become difficult. But if you continuously learning, you inspire the clients. And then, of course, for non-members, it's 550 rands. Obviously, there might be people who don't feel they want to become members. So that is the fee we are charging. So we are going to, every month, over and above the 2-hour forums we're going to have, every month we are going to have a meeting like this. This briefing we're going to have every month, because every month we want to go deeper into each module, and we will want some of who will be regulars to also come to, so we induct the new ones. So the next one will be on the 11th of May. We'll be talking about the course of June. The one on June will be talking about the course of July. The one on July, talking about the course of August. The one of August, the course of September. September then will be for the last course. So those are the dates. We can give you the slides so that you can have those dates. And also if you have other people who are interested, so that you can also share with the information with them, invite them, because I think this is really, by the way, in Ziki, you are a coach, and Vusi, you are a coach, and you will agree with me, we have shortage of good coaches out there. And many a times, but not only coaches, but good coaches. And I think that the reason why we have that dilemma is that we don't have this practice of developing ourselves. And I think for me, that is a mandatory for, if we are going to be partnering with sophisticated, complex clients out there. So these things are coming in at the right time, in my view. That's just my profile. When you get my slides, you can just refresh. But I think it's important just to share with you that those who know me from being in corporate, I have really immersed myself into coaching. I am an executive coach from TCC qualified, and then also from the Coaching Hub. I'm a digital coach with Coaching Hub. At the ICF, I'm a PCC level, professional certified coach. I'm working towards my MCC. Therefore, these programs are also helpful for me. And of course, I have one more year left to finish my master's in executive coaching with HALT International in London. So I believe that I would want to become an academic in the coaching space and help grow more coaches. And hence, I'm doing what I'm doing. I've been coaching since 2010, since 1st of April 2010, so more than 12 years now. By March 20th this year, when I did the calculation of my schedule, my record, I had done 1,313 sessions. That gives me 2,450. That's more than enough for me to do my MCC credentialing, but I'll probably do it in next year towards the end. I'm also coaching for the MBA students at Johannesburg Business School. Every year, I take a group of students and we help them through coaching with their MBA studies, which brings me closer to the academic space that I want to go into. As I told you that a month ago now, I certified myself with Coach Hub, which is the global coaching platform, the only coach online. And therefore, you have to certify yourself as a digital coach, meaning that you are able to use the technology platform to facilitate coaching. I'm also a head tutor at Get Smarter for a UCT course, Executive Leadership and Leading from the Present. That gives me the opportunity to really also sharpen my executive coaching space. The other background, you probably know about it, for That's what I've been having for a while. And then my history of companies, that also helps to see that one has been incorporated and continues working with corporate as executive coach. So in summary, we are saying that for this 6 months, if you are with us for this journey, when you finish, you will have about 6 certificates covering six themes: coaching for frontline managers, coaching professionally, the workplace coaching process, workplace coaching models, communication coaching in the workplace, and giving feedback and at the workplace coaching environment. So that's, for me, and the fact that we do it with such a reputable platform, study.com. There are many other platforms you know of, Coursera, you know of I think Google has their own platform. More and more these platforms are happening now. More and more universities are moving their programs to these platforms. So study.com is just similar, one of those. And what all of them struggle with is tutoring. Tutoring is what we are bringing in as Commerce. We are positioning ourselves as a tutoring organization, partnering with these platforms, because we think that somebody that has done these courses online without tutoring will be lacking when it comes to practical application. And that is, for me, the rationale why we partner with study.com to deliver this, and also ensure that there's a continuous development. And we will also contribute to qualifying of our people out there, and also partner with our clients and not taking ourselves for granted. That because we are qualified from a particular coaching college, we don't have to develop ourselves permanently. So that's a summary. And then I like this quotation from Walt Disney: the way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. That's powerful. Yeah, thank you so much. I hope I have motivated you to want to be part of the journey. If not you, I'm sure there are many people out there that you know that could benefit from this program. Yeah, that's it. Thank you for listening to me. I will open the floor for conversation and reflections and clarity. Vusi, are you back with us now? You were struggling to connect? Or have we lost it? Oh, load shedding on your side, Mbali. Sorry about that. Great.
Hi, Sam. Can I just ask you a question? I just had posted it on the chat, right? So
yes.
In total, we have 6 modules, and the program requires one to do all 6, or does one have to choose?
You have to choose whichever module you are interested in.
And if you're interested, you can do the whole 6.
If you're interested, you can do the whole 6.
Okay, that's number 1. And then number 2, do we pay upfront for the modules that we want to do?
To make it easy for people, I'll say you just pay. Yes, you pay as you register, you pay for that module. Yes. But now, in terms of tutoring, you will have to look at the days that we are putting aside so that we can help you with that. For instance, now we want to dedicate May to the first module so that we can tutor those who will enroll for that module. But you can take any module anytime, but you can only then be assisted by us unless you do your separate booking, which will then cost you more money.
Sure. And then I don't know if I might have missed it probably in the beginning. When will you be sending us a link, or do we? Or
yes.
We will be.
Absolutely. Once you register and you pay, we know now you are registered. That means you give me a go ahead to register you in the classroom. That is almost like now we register you on the online campus.
Okay,
so that you can access your material immediately 24/7.
All right, great stuff. Thank you so much.
Great, thank you. Nziki, do you have any need for clarification? Is everything clear? I think we're struggling to hear you.
Let me just take off my headphones, but there'll be a noise where I'm at.
Yeah.
Full presentation on my side. Thank you so much. That was very clear. It's surely a global platform, right?
Yes, it is a global platform.
Yes, yes, everything is clear. Thank you so much. That was powerful. And what is really needed in the workplace, and also with individuals that are on their path, we're coaching entrepreneurs as well.
Yeah.
Yes, beautiful. Thank you. Thank you so much. Beautiful. Thanks, Sam.
Thank you. So what I will do, I'll send you the link that if in case you want to register for the course, and then you can take it from there. You can pay online. We have integrated online payment, but if you are not comfortable with it, you could just contact us and you can process it through normal payment. But feel free to share the knowledge and information with others. I've also put it on our social media platforms already that people can go directly and register there. But we will also promote it among our members. So we still have time until the end of April to try and get more people come on board. Great. Thank you very much, colleagues. I really appreciate your time. We will follow up with those who confirmed to attend. Maybe there has been connectivity problems, but we will replay this recording so that people can get more information and spread the word. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Sam.
Thank you, Sam.
Thank
you very
you
much. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, bye.